What's going on? This your boy Chris Simmons coming to you with another podcast on this beautiful Thursday afternoon. Let me tell you something. We are just so blessed up here in Northeast Ohio to have some great weather. And I know I speak about the weather, but I'm from Ohio. And I know if some of y'all, if you listening from Florida and somewhere in the South, and y'all talking about, oh, we tripping. Hey, listen, you come up here to Ohio, you're gonna experience some cold weather. So you're gonna need to bring more than just a jacket. So, the fact that we getting 70 degrees is a pretty big deal because I know tomorrow they said it's supposed to drop back down to like 50 and it's supposed to rain. So, I've been trying to go outside a lot this week. I've been outside for the past 2 days, Wednesday and Thursday. It's been pretty nice weather. So I'm just, really enjoying the sun, just getting a break from the cold. I know like last month it snowed like 12 inches. So I'm glad that that's out the way. I'm glad that spring is in the air. And, it just affects everybody's mood. You know what I'm saying? It just affects my mood as well. So I'm just glad to be able to be experiencing some better weather than what we experienced like last month. So, hey, like I said, I've been sitting outside a lot, just being able to walk around and everything like that. My legs feeling good. I know for those of you who guys are familiar, I told my Achilles like a year ago to the day. So, I've been able to walk around, I've been taking walks outside. I've been playing some basketball. I played some one-on-one this morning, with my friend. We went to the gym, got our nice shoulders and bicep work. I put him through a good one today because we did this unique shoulder workout today. I definitely recommend it if you guys are looking for a challenge workout. I definitely try this one. So we did like 5 exercises in one set. So the first exercise we did the dumbbell press, like standing. We did the standing dumbbell press, did that for 10 reps. Then we went down and then we did lateral raises, 10 reps. Then we did front delt raises, 10 reps. Then we did reverse fly, like bend over reverse fly, 10 reps. And then we finished off with shrugs for 10 reps. So that, if you guys want to try that workout, it's pretty intense. I recommend you do it at least 3 times. Try to see if you get 3 sets. But that's what we did this morning. Then we did a bicep finisher where we did 10, 10, 10. Then we did 10, 10, 10. So I did, a weight. I increased the weight each time. So I would do 10 weights with a, moderate weight. 10 reps with a moderate, 10 weights with a, heavier weight, and then 10 reps with a heavier weight. And then I would start back over and repeat the process, just continue to keep going. So I got me a great workout in this morning. And, I happened to talk to my dad this morning. He's doing well. He's gonna come up here tomorrow. And my parents, they're on spring break, so they're gonna take a visit up here to Kent, Ohio. So it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna have a great time this weekend and everything like that. But yeah, we also went to me and my friend Shay. We also went to this place called Twin Lakes Tavern. I know we mentioned that on our last episode, but for those of you guys who are in the Kent area and you're looking for somewhere good to eat, that's the place right there. So I definitely check it out. Salmon fettuccine is probably one of the best. Um, Man, that's probably one of the best things I had there, right there. Salmon fettuccine. I know if you guys don't like that type of stuff, they got other stuff. They got plenty of stuff, but man, it's just been a great week for me. I don't know about y'all, but it's been really great. And to transition into today's episode, I got a very special guest on today, all the way from Canada, which I was very surprised because when I contacted her, we are trying to come up with a time to meet, and she was like, "Well, I'm 2 hours behind," and I was like, "Where are you from?" She was like, "Well, I'm from Canada." So I was like, "Oh," because my friend who was on my last podcast, he's been to Canada so many times. He's been trying to get me to go up there. I'm like, bro, it's too cold up there. I don't want to go up there. It's always snowing and everything. He's like, well, it gets hot. He was like, you tell me like it gets hot, in the summer sometimes, they got beaches. I'm like, bro, that's close to where Santa Claus lives. That's up there in the North Pole. Like, I'm having trouble trying to, get through this type of cold weather up here in Ohio. I don't figure out how we're gonna get up to Canada. But he's saying that Canada, parts of Canada is really nice. Montreal, he mentioned that Montreal is a really nice city. So, me and him, we might do a study abroad trip. We might do our own study abroad trip, and we might travel the world. You just never know with us, man. We're a dynamic duo. Me and my boy Shay. I give credit to him because he's been helping me out with this podcast, and he's really been innovating it. So I'm just appreciative of him. But on to today's guest. I reached out to her because she just has a unique message. I know in her bio it says that she likes to inspire, she motivates, she works, and she repeats. And so I'm like, yo, that's a great message. Her Instagram is just, it seems like she's very involved in fitness. She has like a little fitness page where she posts all these different workouts. And, she looks like she's been doing it from her house or wherever she lives. So she's coming with some unique workouts, and she just, is very disciplined, and seems like she makes an impact, on people who come across her page. So I was just really blessed to be able to have her here today. So without further ado, let me introduce y'all to Miss Ruth. How you doing, girl? What's going on with you?
Oh, not much, Chris. Thank you for having me. This is crazy.
Oh, for sure. She says she has never been on this podcast before, so this is going to be very interesting. And I told her, I said it's just going to be a natural conversation for real, for real. Like,
Yeah,
it's just me and you talking on camera for real.
good. All good. If it's just a conversation, I'm good with it.
Absolutely. So how's your day been? Like, what you been involved in?
Honestly, today was a little off. I woke up pretty tired. Like I also work nights as a nurse, so this week it's kind of hit me. And I also work days on a different nursing position, so it's kind of hit me. So today I planned on waking up to work out and whatnot, but I just couldn't do it. My body just said simply, no, you're not doing that today. So I just decided, all right, I'm just going to wait for this podcast. I'm going to think about what I'm going to say. Cause like you just said, I've never done this before. So I don't know, did I have to do research, homework? Like, what did I have to do?
Oh,
So
no.
I know. So I just
This
thought
is
about it.
people's lives, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not like, a formal podcast. This is just a chill podcast where we just have people on, and, we just tell our story, talk about, how we're going to make an impact, you know what I'm saying? And so
Yeah.
you have with your fitness page.
I love that. Thank you for mentioning my page. Like, that's
Absolutely.
exactly what I wanted to do, is just inspire people.
Absolutely. I mean, as you already know, I'm really into fitness. That's how I
Mm-hmm.
was open up the show. I talked about how I did my workout in. I'm an early
Yeah.
morning person. I know you
Yeah.
don't know that, but for my listeners out there, they know that I get up at 5:30 every morning and I
Good
hit
for
the gym at
you.
6.
Nice.
Yeah, because
That's good. Might as well
absolutely
get it over and done with, and just sets your day up.
right.
Mhm.
Do you also work out in the mornings, or or do you just find time to get it in?
No, mornings are my thing. Like you just said, I work out from home, right? So, and also now my husband works out from home as well. Sorry, works from home. So I kind of have to pick a time where it's okay for me to work, because we have a condo here. So I only work out in the living room, and he's set up in the living room as well. So while he's working, making those phone calls, I'm in the corner working out. So it's good to just wake up and get it over and done with. And plus, if I don't get my workout in, it's going to be a lot harder for me to get through the day and try to work out in the evening. It's just get my energy up starting from the day and just do it and just get it over and done with, and it's all good.
And that's good that you find time to do it, because you said you are a nursing, right? You work as a nurse.
Yeah,
That's probably busy, right?
it is busy. It gets busy sometimes. I'm not in the hospital as much as I used to be. I do work from home as well in a nursing job, but they're both busy. So if I'm picking up at the hospital and working from home, it's busy. I have to pick a time. Like working out is part of my priority. If I don't, even for a couple days, you know how it is. You start to feel
Yeah,
sluggish. You're like, I need to do something, even if it's just 20 minutes, right? So
I
it's
love
become a
that.
priority.
Uh-huh.
Mm,
I love those type of people who always make a priority to get in, because that's really the main thing. When people say, "Oh, I ain't got time to do this, I ain't got time to do that,"
right.
it's not important to you.
Exactly. Exactly. If you wanted it that bad, they make it happen. Like I just put on my last post or something like that. Like if it's important to you, you'll make it happen. If not, you'll make an excuse for it. So,
Exactly. I
hmm
love that. I love how you get yourself up in the morning and do that, because it just shows that you have great discipline,
thank
and
you.
you like to be able to take care of yourself and your body, and so that's very important. Taking care of your
For
health
sure.
is very important. So
Definitely.
I applaud that. I applaud that you do, make it a priority to, be able to do something like that in the mornings. 'Cause that it's
Thank
tough.
you.
Because
It's tough. It's
it's easy to
not
do it in the afternoon, right?
right.
Uh-huh.
It's tough. And let me tell you, it is not easy getting up and doing these workouts. You have to definitely have a reason for doing it. Otherwise, it's not happening.
Right. And
Hmm
yeah, and you being from Canada, like I want to, just kind of ask you, like, how did you get up there? Like, how did you what made you want to go all the way up there where it's like cold and stuff
Where
like
it's
that?
cold. I just heard you say you got like 12 centimeters of snow, and I laughed because that's a joke. Because here in the wintertime, you're getting 20 to 30 centimeters sometimes, and it's so cold. But the way I got up here is I was born back home in Kenya,
Mhm.
and my dad came here first as a teaching assistant, I believe, in one of the universities, and we just followed a few years later. So we landed here. I didn't have no choice. They didn't ask me where I wanted to go. I would have said somewhere warmer, but hey, we're blessed to be in Canada. It's a great, great country.
That's good. I mean, I think it's always important to go where you're called to be. Um,
Exactly.
it may not be where you want it to be. I know Canada. If somebody said, "Hey, we're moving to Canada," kind of be like, "Huh?"
Right, exactly.
Like it snow a lot more up there, and I
But hey, Chris, we do get some good summer days. It gets hot up in here. So it gets really hot. So it's not all winter. It's mostly winter, but if you,
right. That's what I
depending
mean.
on where you go.
Like 9 months out the year, you get snow. Like I don't want nine. I want 9 months of sunshine. I don't want no snow. I'm already getting 6, 8 months of snow up here in Cleveland.
Yeah,
So
I won't lie, it's tough sometimes. But it's
yeah,
not all snow everywhere. Sometimes you just get rain instead of the snow, depending on where you are. But it's all right.
I think the
We're
main
surviving.
I think the main thing is it's just too cold. Like it's cold
Oh
most of the year.
yeah.
It's just too cold for me. But
Yeah.
hey, I would love to come visit. Like I said, Montreal. Um, my friend said
Hmm.
that's a pretty good city. Like, I
I've
mean,
never been.
oh, you never been?
No, but I heard it's beautiful. I really did hear it's beautiful.
Oh yeah. What are some things like that you be doing? Like I know like with the pandemic, everything has made it difficult, but like
Yeah.
maybe before the pandemic, like what were some things that you got to experience, living in Canada besides the cold weather and the 2 feet of snow that y'all be getting? Uh, what are some like places that I could definitely go check out if I go visit there?
You know what? Everybody usually comes here for the Rockies. So I live in Alberta. So people usually come here for the Rockies. They usually go to Canmore, Banff, Jasper is a huge tourist area, right? And it is beautiful. Whether you come in the winter or summer, it is beautiful just to check out the mountains. We do have beaches in the next province over, for real. So you can check that out. There's a lot to do here, but in my province, I know for sure people love to come and check out the Rockies.
Okay,
So I think you should do it. It's just beautiful.
awesome. Yeah, I might check it
Mhm.
out. You know what I
You
mean?
should for sure. I'll hook you up.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, definitely. You can be my tour guide for real. Just like, just take me around.
Anytime.
Just have me travel around and stuff. You know what I mean? Because that's one of the places I've never. That's one of the countries I've never been to. But
Okay.
it's like literally, like I heard it's not too far from like where I'm at in Northeast Ohio. Like I heard it's like maybe
Hmm.
three to get into Canada. It's like 3, 4 hours maybe. Like it's 3, 4 hour drive.
Okay.
So I might, yeah, like.
So do it. Yeah, I definitely think you should do it. Come in the summertime and then
Oh,
go to the Rockies. It is beautiful. I won't lie. It is beautiful.
all right, I'll keep that in mind for real.
Yeah,
Might be on one of my list for places to travel.
no problem. And hit me up. Like I said, I'll hook you up.
Awesome. But
Hmm.
hey, like I said, you might catch me up there, doing some great things and stuff like that. Probably be with my boy because he knows more about Canada. He was surprised I've never been. I was just like, dude,
Yeah, it's so close. Come on over.
oh for sure, yeah, absolutely. But
Mm-hmm.
but anyway, I want to get into today's episode, and I just
For
want to
sure.
just know more about why you decided to start this fitness page. Like what's the journey like? Because a lot of people have, because what I've noticed about fitness pages, a
Yeah.
lot of people who do that have started in a place that they didn't like. And
Mm-hmm.
so when people do fitness pages, I feel like it's showing the transformation, showing that, oh, look at what I'm doing now versus what I was doing back then. So I just want to just hear the story behind this whole fitness page and like why you decided to even start this.
So I guess going back a little bit, like growing up, I was the girl who did dance and whatnot. So I was a little bit active. And then, I was also a little bit of the chubby girl, quote unquote, whatever that means to you. But I just wasn't happy with my appearance. I always just wanted to be a little bit more fit in my life. And then nursing school happened, and that was tough. And, weight gain happened, weight loss, weight gain, just from the stress. And so I think I started my fitness page last year, but I started getting serious with my fitness journey in about 2019. Um, I started going to an actual like a boxing studio because I was always interested in boxing. It's a great workout. And so I just thought, let me try this out. And they had a 6-week program where, basically you have to lose a certain percentage of weight or whatever. And it's a challenge, right? So I ended up losing I think about 10, 11 pounds in that 6 weeks. And I was amazed that I was even able to do that. That was the first time I really challenged myself to do something, because honestly, I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. Yes, I'm still young, but I wasn't getting any younger. And I knew that I had to step on this fitness journey ASAP before life just passes you by and you wonder, where did the time go? And of course, everybody knows fitness prolongs your life. Our bones and our muscles are not the same between now and when you're much older. So you got to start working on that now. And then I started my fitness page mainly because I wanted to inspire people. That's really what it was. I wanted to show people that if I could do it, literally, if I could do it, anybody can do it. I was not the most motivated before that. I wanted to just show progress and what I've been doing that has worked for me. It may not work for everybody, but hey, here's an example of what could work for you. Give it a try. Um, and of course, I'm a Christian and I wanted to put faith and fitness together. And that's really important for me as well. That's what keeps me motivated. That's what keeps me going. And even just the word stand firm athletics, it comes from the Bible verse Ephesians 6:10-18. It talks about wearing the belt of truth, basically wearing the armor of God on you and making sure that you can stand firm with whatever life brings to you, fitness being one of them, to help you go through whatever you're going through. So that was basically one of the biggest things, is just if I can inspire one person, I wasn't worried about the followers and whatnot. I just wanted to inspire one person just to take maybe a change that they could use in their life to help them get through whatever they need to go through, whether it's fitness or maybe they just need a little bit of motivation. So why not put both together and just see how it goes? And it seems like I've been getting some messages from people saying that they are being inspired. And it's amazing. It's amazing to see that. So I hope it continues, and I hope it just continue to inspire people to make a change.
I love that. I love your motive behind it. I think, with anything that, with anything that you start, you got to have like a certain motive. And, you know, obviously, a lot of people will be like, well, I want to do this because I want to get likes, I want to get money, I want to get like
Right.
material things. But it seems like for you, you wanted to inspire others and you wanted to show them that, look, like if I can, get up and make changes to myself, then you can obviously make changes to yourself or whatever you need
Exactly.
to help, yourself get better in your life. Um,
Right.
and with that being said, a lot of people, they get inspired. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's one thing to get inspired. I mean, that I feel like when people get inspired, it's like a high. It's like people are,
Right.
obviously like, okay, like when they see something for the first time, they're like, okay, yeah, I can definitely do that. But what it really comes down to is the type of motivation to get started.
Right.
So,
Exactly.
so I guess like, just kind of talk more about the type of motivation that it took, to get started on this journey.
Honestly, the one thing that motivated me for sure is I wanted to challenge myself. I wanted to show myself what I could do with that 6-week challenge that I started with at the boxing studio. And then once I did lose that weight, people say there's a high chance you're just going to gain it right back if you don't continue, if you don't continue with the consistency and being persistent. And I didn't want that. I knew that I lost the weight, and now why would I go back? I loved the way I was feeling. I felt better, had more energy. Why would I want to go back to feeling sluggish and tired all the time? So that was one motivator, is just honestly for my physical health. Like I just wanted to be able to live a long life. Whenever I have kids in the future, God willing, I'll be able to, keep up with them and being able to take them to sports and whatnot, and just to live a healthy life. And deeper motivating me was I didn't want to go back to that state mentally. I didn't like the way that I looked. I was always tired. I was not eating healthy. And just telling my, that 5:30 a.m. wake up is hard, but you have to tell yourself, why am I doing this? You have to have a really strong why. And my why was strong enough for me to get up in the morning. And at those times where it was just so hard, it maybe snowed the night before, and you're going to have to like wipe your car off to go to the gym and whatnot. But making my why stronger than what my fear is or my lack thereof was one of the strongest motivating factors for me. There is no way I would have done this if I didn't have a reason to.
I love that's awesome. I love that point about
Mm-hmm.
finding a reason, finding a why to do what you do. I feel like that's
Mm-hmm.
very important. That's the really the only way that you can, start something and continue to do it is if you
Yeah.
have a strong enough why. And it seems like for you, you look at yourself, you're like, I'm not happy with who I am right now. How do I make changes? And I
Right.
feel like, a lot of people want changes to happen overnight. But, what I loved about what you're saying is you kept getting up even though you didn't want to. That's
Right.
why, I get up early in the morning to do what I do and work out because I'm preparing my mind. I'm preparing my mind to take on challenges that may not
Exactly.
be what I want them to, that may not be like comfortable to me, but it's
Yeah.
preparing me for life. And I've mentioned this so many times about going to the gym and working out is I feel like, the gym prepares you for life. I really do
Yeah.
think that, with the
Yeah.
exercises, when
Yeah.
you're putting yourself through that tough training, we're trying to do planks or maybe you're trying to do squats or,
Yeah.
bench press, it's showing you that, over like when you continue to do it, it's going to get hard.
Yeah.
Like what's going to push you to get to that number that you're trying to reach.
Exactly.
Like you got to dig deep within yourself, within the workout. And that's what you got to do, same thing in life. When stuff come at you, when stuff comes at you and starts weighing you down, what's going to allow you to dig deep to be able to
Mm-hmm.
push through that? And so it seems like you've been doing that, on this fitness journey. And that's
Yeah.
why, I wanted to have you on because I really think that you had a great story behind this whole fitness page. And it seems like you really, were able to dig deep within yourself and be able to come out with a better version of you. I think you really did a great job of bettering yourself and making yourself a better version of you. And I really applaud what you've been able to accomplish so far.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that because, yeah, it was not easy, especially when COVID hit. You can't go to the gym anymore. So am I just going to just say, well, there goes that. I'm just going to hope to wait and just sit at home? No, like there's other ways of dealing with things. Just because something comes at you, you learn how to adapt,
Mm-hmm.
right? Just at the gym, like you just said, whatever we do at the gym translates to what we do in our lives. You got to adapt sometimes. And that's why I started doing my home workouts because let me say time is one of the things that people say I don't have time to go gym, but you can do these things at home. You don't even have to have weights. You can just do strictly body weight exercises and you adapt, right? So yeah, what you just said is so true. Fitness can totally be part of your life in very many ways.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah.
yeah, I've definitely always made that a part of my life as well. And
Yeah.
that's why I mean you have that connection with fitness. That's why I love talking to people who like to work out because they just got a different motor. And
Yeah.
especially the ones who wake up early in the morning. Because
Yeah.
when I go early in the morning, I know that there's really not a lot of people there,
Yeah.
but I see some of the same people there every morning.
Mm-hmm.
And I can
Mm-hmm.
already tell that those people that consistently come when I'm coming, they got a different drive. Like
Yeah.
nothing wrong. Now, nothing wrong with going in the afternoon. I respect people who
For
get in the
sure.
afternoon. I'm not saying that, if you go in the afternoon that you're lazy. I'm not saying that,
100%. Yeah.
but it's just the people like the will to get up in the morning because obviously they don't have to get up in the morning.
Yep.
They have a choice of whether they want to, go later in the day. But it's
Yep.
just when you get up in the morning when it's still dark out, that them people was doing it for a different reason. Like they
They
ain't
have a
there,
reason. Mhm.
just to, fool around. They there because they got something pushing them.
Yeah,
They got
exactly.
something pushing them to be able to get up that early. And that's what I do. I get up every morning because I want to be able to be the best version of me.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
I want to outwork my opponents. You know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly. There you go. Hmm.
And with that, I've also been trying to change up my diet a little bit. Now I'm not trying to deprive myself of anything, but I'll tell you this: I know for my viewers that have listened to me brag about this restaurant now. Now I've tried this place called Tropical Smoothie Cafe, and I don't know if you got one up
Okay.
there in Canada.
Never heard of
But
it. No.
yeah, they got some really great healthy options. I know one of
Right.
the things that I like, I used to get, so when I used to go there, I used to get the sunrise sunset smoothie. Now I still get that time to
Oh.
time, but that's the one with a lot of fruit in it. Now
Mm,
they have this one smoothie called the Island Green Smoothie. And so
right.
I started getting into green smoothies. Now, when I was a kid, I know my mama used to make them all the time. And she was
Yep.
like, you should definitely try it. Like I would look at it because it was green. It was a color green, had vegetables. As a kid, you ain't really too excited about
Yep.
vegetables.
Yep.
But I like my green smoothie. Like, if you put fruit in it, like I'll drink it. Like, the one that I get, it's got kale, it's got spinach, it's got mango, I'll give that little sweetness.
Nice.
So yeah, I've been definitely, getting in the habit of, eating healthier, cutting back on, trying to cut back on red meat.
Mm.
Trying to eat more chicken. Like I eat more chicken. Like the wrap that I get there, it's got chicken, it's got spinach, it's got egg, it's got good protein.
Yeah,
But
nutrition is so tough when
yeah,
it comes to working out and fitness. That is, I won't even lie, that is one of my weaknesses is nutrition. It is
yeah,
tough. Just to even, because I was so used to, doing my intermittent fasting, and then that helped me to lose the weight. But now I'm trying to shift into now trying to gain muscle, which means you got to change your whole nutrition regime, right? And just, it's really hard. So good for you for even trying that. But that's one of my weaknesses, I just have to say, is nutrition. I'm trying. I'm not bad. I am trying, doing my best, but it's tough.
yeah. I mean, I had I had a lady on maybe last month or something like that. She was a fitness trainer. She was
Okay.
an online fitness trainer. She told me, yeah, she told me that one of the things that you know should be in your diet, especially working out, is protein. Now she wasn't trying to
Yeah.
say like don't. She obviously said like don't deprive yourself. Like don't
Hmm.
do that. But as long as you getting your proteins, your carbs, and your fats, I mean that should be enough right there. To
Yep.
be able to refill your body because she was
Hmm.
mentioning how your body is like it's like a car, it needs gas.
Yes,
So
exactly.
yeah,
You
as
need
long
all
as you
those
getting the
things.
proteins and the carbs in there, you in the fats, that's pretty good.
Good portion control for sure is definitely one of them too,
Hmm.
which
I
is
mean,
tough.
uh, what's some of your favorite like meals that you be making like during the week? Like what are some? I might need some recommendations. I might need to switch it up. Like I might need to try some of these recipes.
Oh man, so many people have asked me this question, and it's so hard to answer because, so I'm African, and our food is heavily carbs, heavily. So we have this thing we call ugali back home. It's just made of basically cornstarch, and it's just heavy. Like you eat it, you're passing out because you are so tired. So when people ask me that, I'm like, well, you could eat a piece of that, but it has to be a tiny, tiny piece. But that's not the point of it. So trying to mix my African food with some maybe more westernized food is tough. But what I love to eat, like I just made some chicken breast last night. I just baked it with some asparagus and then some rice. And that's because again, I'm trying to do the muscle gain thing. If I was trying to lose some weight, I would omit the rice or just reduce the portion of rice. Chicken is big for me. I've always loved chicken. Stereotypical or not, I've always loved chicken. That's one thing that I usually incorporate in my diet. I'm trying to also incorporate some more fish. Fish is really good. And I just recently discovered that I love Greek yogurt, and that's a really high percentage of protein in there. And I just usually have it with some fruit in there as well and some honey just to make it a little bit sweeter. And it's always plain Greek yogurt for me.
Ugh.
And yeah, and breakfast, I do love boiled eggs with some just some boiled eggs plain. Sometimes I will add some tomato and avocado toast is everything to me, with some tomatoes and stuff on there as well. It's so good with some good whole wheat bread, keyword.
She said, "Oh
um
wait, she had to emphasize that." She
I
said,
had to
not the white
emphasize,
bread, not the white bread."
we don't like the white
She said,
bread over here.
stop getting that butternut stuff. Get you some whole grain."
There you go. Breakfast, love it. I could eat breakfast for lunch, dinner, any time of the day. Love it. I just had a breakfast wrap this morning. Again, whole wheat wrap. And dinner is usually something a little bit heavier just to just in case I do have the calories and the carbs, I will usually just have a good meal of just some kind of meat and and maybe a carb or a starch or something like that. But it's tough because like when I go visit, say my mom or my
Right.
husband's side of the
You
family,
already know the deal, right?
oh my God, like
Oh,
they
they
have
cook the
all
soul
this food.
food.
Yes.
Oh
And
man.
and you're like, okay, maybe I can have some greens and maybe a piece of
Right, mac and
chicken.
cheese, right? Fried
Right.
chicken.
And they look at you like you're crazy, but no, I just but then I will like, allow myself to do it once in a while. I'm not going to restrict myself too
Yeah,
much. I will but I will work it out or something the next day, but I'm gonna still enjoy life. I like food. I'm gonna
right.
still enjoy it. I'm gonna still have a burger here and there. I'm not going to overdo it,
Mhm.
but I will have it because I'm gonna still enjoy my life.
Well, there gives me another reason why I need to come up to Canada. I need to try some of this stuff.
You
Cause
do need to come try it.
I think you need to hook me up with something for real, for real. Like you need
I'll
to just
look it up for some
make me a plate
appetizers
for real, like because this sounds pretty good. Like now,
anytime.
oh yeah, I mean I try to, you know, try to make something happen in the kitchen now. Um,
Right.
I cook breakfast every morning. I like to cook breakfast every morning.
Hmm.
I eat a high protein breakfast. I eat like 4 to 5 eggs, and
Wow.
4 to 5 eggs. Depending on what I'm feeling like for my meat, I'll probably do bacon or sausage. I've
Hmm.
transitioned to turkey sauce. Now I find that turkey sausage is really nice.
Turkey
Like,
bacon is good too.
oh, and I got the butternut. I think it was
Yeah.
the butterball turkey bacon. I like that boy
Mm,
crispy, man.
nice.
Yeah,
Oh, that sounds so good.
I'll be eating like 5 pieces of that, 5 pieces of bacon, 5 eggs.
Right?
Throw
Wow.
some toast in it because
Hmm.
it's important that I get the protein in. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Now do you now
100%.
do you do protein? Now do you do protein shakes?
I do protein shakes. I have some whey protein here. It's a zero carb, high protein shakes that I just mix with some frozen fruit. And I usually just have some of that. If I don't have the time, I'll just quickly mix some water and a protein shake and just make a little bit less water and higher protein, so it's just a little bit more creamier to take down. And I'll just quickly take some of that. But yeah, I do protein shakes are good,
Oh, okay, yeah, I
especially
got
when I'm low on
I got
time.
some premier protein back there. Like I do the pre-made because I've told people like I'm not really into the powder just because of my experience with it. Like I've had some like allergic reactions to it. I'm just
Oh
like,
wow,
yeah. So, but when I get the pre-made, I'm cool. Like you know what I'm saying. So
that's
a lot of
interesting. I
people
wonder why.
I don't know. Like it could be the brand. Like I don't know, but it
Ah,
could be the
okay.
brand. But I just find the pre-made easy. It's already made, and
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying. So I can just take it out the bottle, take it out the package, shake it up, just
And you're
drink it.
done.
I still
Yeah,
get good protein. I still get about it.
exactly.
It got like 30 grams, so I mean that's a good
Right.
amount of protein.
Exactly.
Especially
I think, yeah, 25, 30 grams. That's how much mine is as well.
absolutely,
That's
and like
good.
yeah, exactly. Like it's pretty good. I had to switch up from muscle milk. I tried muscle milk because like when I
Mm,
went to the store, um, the muscle milk had 32 grams. So I'm like, okay, that's more protein. But
right.
over time, it just started getting nasty. So I'm like, ugh, like this disgusting. So,
Yeah.
so I just got the Premier because I've had it before. I tried the
Hmm.
muscle milk, but I was like, I was shopping. I'm like, sometimes when you see some that's stands out to you when you shopping, you kind of just are curious and try it.
And try
But
it.
I wouldn't recommend. I mean, muscle milk is decent,
Really?
but
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't really recommend it. If you're gonna get a pre-made shake, get the premium protein shake.
The
That's
Premier
that's the
protein
bomb
shake.
right there.
I'm gonna write that down.
Yeah, premier protein. Now
Premier
I think they got
protein.
the powder too. So for you, if you like the powder, you get
Okay.
the powder. Yeah, they got the powder. So yeah,
I don't mind the
definitely.
powder.
Yeah, definitely check it out for real, for real. Um, but yeah, I guess for those who are not really familiar with your fitness page and the type of
Yeah.
workouts you do, uh, kind of just go into like the type of stuff that you do for your workouts. Is it like high intensity? Is it like more low impact? Like what you
So,
putting yourself through?
if you haven't followed, sometimes I do post this, but I love me some HIT, the high intensity interval training is what I'm about. And it just works really well for me. It's hard, but while you're doing it, you have to basically tell yourself to continue. I am always just yeah, it's hard, but it's one of those things that just really works for me with whether I'm trying to again, lose the weight or even tone up. I like them both because, again, why would I just do isometric workouts where I can just continue to get that heart rate up, get some lean muscle, and just, again, get some cardio. That's what I'm about. I love HIIT. Anybody who asks me what kind of workout they should do, I say HIIT. If they want to lose weight, I'm like, do some HIIT. Stop all this cardio all the time. You got to do some HIIT, muscle mass increases your metabolism, right? So that's what HIIT does. So that's what I'm about in my workout videos at home. I'm trying to move into also some strength workouts because that's my goal for this year, is just to increase my muscle mass now because I have lost that weight. But I still continue to do HIIT to make sure that I am getting that good cardio in, getting some heart strength there. And I want to try now to start to incorporate things that people can do from home without weights. So using other things, just like daily things that you can have from home, such as like a water bottle or even some cans or something like that, just so it's accessible to everybody. And the other thing that I really wanted to emphasize on my page is you don't need a home gym to work out. I literally do it in front of my couch or like a small space, and I just have my mat and a couple weights, and that's it. People continually ask me, like, how do you do it? How do you do it? And you don't need, and the thing is, I don't have space. I don't have this. I don't have that. Neither do I. And this is how I've gotten to where I am. I started my fitness journey at 160, almost 60 pounds. And now I'm consistently like 20 pounds lighter now. Yeah, about 20 pounds lighter now. And I did that all from home. And so again, just trying to reduce that whole excuses. There's no excuse if you really want it that bad. And therefore, that's why I work from home, because COVID happens. I had to adapt. Gyms were closed. Yes, gyms are slowly starting to open now. But even with gyms opening now, I still find myself just working out from home most of the time. I'm more comfortable there. It's become a habit now. So if you want some more, home workouts from me, look at my page. Like, that's all I do is work out from home, and it works.
Yeah, I love that. I like how you said, like, you gotta adapt and try to find a way to make it happen. I think that it kind of relates to what was going on last year when our government was like, yo, like, everybody stay at home, like everything closed down. A lot of people took that as, well, I can't do anything, so I'm just gonna lay in bed all day and not get my workouts in. I'm gonna stop doing my routine. You know what I'm saying? So it was definitely interesting. Like, for me, especially for me, when I've told the story before, when I was on crutches because I tore my Achilles last year, and I was on crutches. I was in the cast, and luckily for me, I did have an area where I could work out in my basement. We had like a little bench press and a couple dumbbells. So, with me, I love to do chest. Obviously, I couldn't really do any legs or any jumping or nothing like that.
Yeah.
But what I decided to do was, instead of just sit there and just, lay in bed and not take advantage of the equipment that I had, I just decided that I'm just going to get on this bench and just rep out. I'm just going to try to do 200 reps.
Good for you. Wow.
Repping out, boom. And also, I started getting up 4 o'clock in the morning. I can start getting up 4 o'clock in the morning because I told myself, I said, I'm not going to let this pain, keep me grounded, because that's not what it's about.
100%.
And that's the thing. Like, if you was healthy, if you wasn't in my state, you could have went outside. You could have, ran. You could have some push up. You could have climbed on some monkey bars. Did some pull ups. Start a branch. You could have, like, that. Honestly, I would have done that for real if I didn't have the equipment that I had. Honestly, and I was in the state that I was in, I honestly would have just, came up with something. Just build like a jungle gym. Just build like a jungle gym. Have some tree branches. Do something, man, because you can't keep me still. Like, that was my thing when the doctor was like, okay, you gotta sit still. I'm like, that's impossible. I can't. Like, I gotta be.
That's impossible, right?
But I made a way, right? Because it was that determination that kept me going.
And it was important to you. Yeah, I admire that. That's really great, Chris.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, that's basically how this whole podcast really started, for real.
Oh yeah, okay.
It was literally me in my basement, like, even though I worked out for like an hour, I still had like, 23 hours left in the day. So I'm like, well, what
Right.
do I do with my time? And that's
Exactly.
when, I decided, okay, first I'm gonna just, see if I can, pursue my dream of becoming like a motivational speaker. So I said, how do I
Oh, good
get
for
my voice out there?
you.
That's
Right.
when, I was in my basement, literally like it was funny. It was funny. Like my first episode, I look back at it, man, it was just crazy how far it's like
Yeah.
really, I remember like I was speaking about everything that was going on. I don't know if you had this happen up there where you at, but I know when the government came out, when the government came out and said, oh,
Yeah.
we got this situation with the virus,
Yeah.
stores are going to be having limited hours, restaurants going to be closed.
Yeah.
A lot of people started rushing to get toilet paper and everything like that.
Yeah, it happened here too.
Yeah, and I remember like
Toilet paper
speaking
was
about that. I was
gone.
laughing about that the whole time.
Yeah.
That's really like how I got started for it. It started in my basement, and then all of a sudden,
Wow.
over time, like
Wow, good for
had
you.
people on. So yeah, I've just been really proud. You know,
No, and it
so,
seems like it's gotten somewhere. So continue on. I'm cheering you on.
yeah, and I think that's it's just sometimes great things happen when you're in a tough situation.
100%. Say that twice.
I say again, I said great things happen when you're in a tough situation. For it's like
Yeah.
thinking about it, if I were to come up with the saying, since we're almost in the month of April,
hmm
I know everybody's heard that April showers brings May flowers. Now you can look
Yeah.
at it like in a literal way, or you can look at
Yeah.
it, as like little, just creative saying, and you apply it to life. In order for stuff to grow, it's got to have some rain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Even
saying?
diamonds got to go through pressure.
Oh yeah, I love the diamond example too, because
Yeah.
everybody loves shiny things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How do
Yeah.
we get that? Right? We got to
hmm
go through some pressure. We got to apply the pressure.
Yeah. And that's why I say it's important to have your why and a strong reason, because once you're in it, once you're going through those hard times, you're not going to be able to see, you may not be able to see the way out or see what the benefit of this is. So, but then of course, once you're out of it, you see, okay, this is how I grew, et cetera, et cetera. But how are you going to get out of that when you're not strong enough or whether you don't have your reason of why? Right. So what you're saying is 100% true. You've got to go through things to be able to grow. That's just how life is, in my perspective. It's just how life is. Life is going to throw curveballs at you. What are you going to use to help you get out of that?
Exactly. And it's just pure will. Like honestly,
Mm-hmm.
just
Mm-hmm.
you know, there's really no magic pill that's gonna just allow you to
No.
heal all your problems and everything. It's just got to
Yeah.
be in your mind, and that's what we
Yeah.
talked about last. We mentioned that last episode.
Yeah.
Mind body connection. If your
Yeah.
mind is telling you that you can't do something, then your
Mm-hmm.
body is going to perform like it can't do anything. If you,
100%.
if
Yes.
you tell your mind, if you say, look, I can get up early, I can go out, I can work out, your body is going to feel that energy,
Mm-hmm.
to get up out of bed, because
Mm-hmm.
a lot of it is just basically, it's in the mind. Like
Yeah.
everything, how we operate is based on our mental, it's based
Your
on our mindset.
mental. I
So if you
100%
have a
agree.
weak mindset about things, then you're not going to be able to go out and perform and execute on what you want to execute on, because your
Yep.
mind is going to keep making up, oh, you can't do this, you're not good enough, you're not qualified, you're too
Yep.
weak, you're too fat, like all
Mm-hmm.
this different garbage that transpires in our mind
Yep.
will affect how we go
Yep.
out and perform in our daily lives. So that's why it's important that you got to have that discipline to be able to block out everything, all the negativity, all
Focus.
the negative thoughts that appear in your mind, and just think positive. Because if you think
Yeah.
positive, obviously positive outcomes are going to happen.
100%. I agree. And it is, I know it's easy to say, think positive and, things will always work out. Um, and that's true. 100%. I agree that mental health and making sure that you do have that positive outlook, because once you do start thinking about failures and stuff, you're already one step ahead to that failure. If you're already thinking it, that's what's just going to come out of you. And yes, thinking positive is great, but sometimes when you are thinking positive and things still don't work out, that's when you're going to be seriously challenged. Especially because you have been working out, you've been doing everything right, you have been waking up early, you have been having that positive mentality, and you still fail. That's tough, and that will happen, especially when you are on the verge of greatness, right? It's not always going to be easy, but you always just have to keep that reasoning of what's your why and why are you doing this? And yes, I failed, but what can I take away from this and continue on and learn from that? I always say that you will fail. It's just how life is. You might just, right? But what can you take from that failure and move it on to whatever your next project is or whatever it is you're working on? And now you know better. So yeah, I
Exactly.
completely agree with everything you said.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing. That like, you know, along your journey, it's not always going to be a straight and narrow. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It's going to be curves,
Yeah.
right? And that's part of the process. That's part of the process that people don't like. Is
Yeah.
when they get hit with that when they're going along the journey and something hits them. That is where people are like, well, let's turn back around and go the other way. Why?
Why would you go back?
Exactly. Like why would you give up because somebody in the long way is maybe in your ear telling you, oh, where are you going? Like you're going nowhere. Like I don't see any progress. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So it's just like that little stuff that people try to get into our minds, or maybe sometimes
Hmm.
telling ourselves that
Hmm.
we don't have no confidence in ourselves to
Hmm.
be able to say, okay, I'm gonna get to my destination no matter what, no matter if there's traffic, no matter if there's, just stuff that's in the way.
Yep.
If there's a roadblock, I'm gonna figure out how to get around this boy. I'm gonna
No
figure out how
doubt.
to get
Yeah.
through this boy in order to get to where I need to be. So
Exactly.
exactly, for real, for real. But
No,
let
that's true.
absolutely. But listen, we about to come to closing the show. It's just been a great. I think we had a great time just being able to
That's great.
talk about some things that's on her mind. I appreciate getting to know her even more in terms of
Hmm.
what she does with her fitness page. I'll definitely be keeping up with her as the time
I
goes by.
appreciate that.
Definitely, seeing some different workouts. Definitely interested to see what she puts on there next and where she continues to keep going. Uh,
Right.
but yeah, I just want to kind of ask you a fun question. Now, I know we talked about places in Canada. I don't think we touched on some eating places that is in Canada because I'm a big food guy. I know you said you like food too. So, what are some pretty good restaurants I need to go check out over in Canada for?
You know what? So when restaurants opened, restaurants opened again in February, just the week of my birthday, and we decided to go to this place in Calgary called Publico Italian. I think it's an Italian place. When I tell you that place was awesome, I don't mean just the food, it was the whole environment, the people that worked there. It was beyond, it was amazing. That is probably my number one place for any kind of Italian food. Now, Calgary isn't, so I used to live in Edmonton, which is about 3 hours away from Calgary. By far, Calgary has amazing restaurants in comparison. They have even if you're in for junk food and you just want a burger and fries, gosh, the names are coming out. It don't even come out, but there are a lot of good burger joints as well. If you want
That's
it,
key right there. I think I like what you said when you said burger joint. 'Cause that
it's
I love burgers. Now,
hmm.
let me
And
tell
it's
you something.
those good mom and pop burger joints where it's
Okay.
authentic good stuff. Like they give you what you work for. Like you ask for a burger and fries, you're getting a burger and fries. It's not just a small patty here and there with some lettuce and whatever. It's good stuff. So,
Ooh,
but let me not even start because I'm gonna order one if I continue, and I don't need a burger and fries today. But I'm just saying, like, oh yeah, they're good stuff here. And the restaurants in Calgary, that's where I am. Amazing.
awesome. Well, there
Yeah.
we go. I think I forgot to write something down because there was just a lot of good stuff that was coming out. But you know what? Like I said, when I come up there and visit,
Yeah.
we gonna see if we can you know find some of those restaurants and be able to give them a taste because
Anytime.
I think that might be I've had so many different ideas of what I wanted to do. I wanted to travel, I wanted to, travel around the world, taste different foods. I know
Yeah.
that's been a part of me and my boy's plan is that he
Hmm.
wants me to try different foods. Like he's tried like octopus, snail, and all this other stuff.
Okay.
I'm like, what? Oh, what you
Okay, well,
want me
I'll take you to this African restaurant here called African Safari, or it's the Safari Grill, sorry. I'll take you there and you can taste some East African food if you like, because
Okay.
that's where I'm from. So we'll do that.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I got a friend who's also from Africa. He's from Nigeria though.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I don't know how close that is to. I think
It's
he's
they're west, we're east.
Okay, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, I think when you mentioned the rice boy, he was like, yeah, that's what we love. Like he said that's what his folks like to eat.
Yep.
Is
Mhm.
rice, rice, chicken. So
They
I was
do
like,
love their
oh, okay,
rice.
yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'll definitely give it a try. And I
For
think
sure.
yeah, for sure. I always like to end the show on a fun note. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I know I interview people from different parts of the world.
Oh,
So,
good for
it's
you.
always good to get the
Wow.
perspective. I'm always big on food. Like that's the main
Yeah.
thing. Is like where we eating.
Right.
So
That's the first question.
exactly. But yeah, that's good. And then
Yeah.
another thing that I want to ask you before we officially close out is what is something you hope to accomplish um, in 2021 that you haven't accomplished yet? I know it's still like the I think it's like almost coming to a close from like the first quarter year. I know it's almost been the first quarter,
Yeah.
so it's still some time left. So what do you hope to see that you haven't seen yet in 2021?
Personally, my fitness goal includes, like I said, I want to start to be able to lift heavier. I have met my goal of losing the weight. That's great. I'm super proud of that. And I've been able to maintain it. But now it's time to start to move on to the next level of lifting. And slowly coming up, I do hope to start my own fitness clothing line. So I hope to
Ooh,
start, yeah. So watch out for that. So I hope for that to come up in the next few months as well. So, and that will be also all incorporated in the stand firm belief of inspiring and motivating and just making sure that you are wearing what you do, right? So yeah, those are my two biggest goals for this year. So I'm excited about it.
well, speaking of clothing, I got my signature shirt on right now. You step,
Okay.
step
Step
toward
towards your
your purpose,
purpose.
right?
I like that.
I actually designed the shirt myself. So,
Good for
it
you.
just kind of
Wow.
it just kind of reminded me that I had this on, my signature shirt.
Yep.
I started, doing that back in December. In
Wow.
December of
Okay.
2020, I decided, I think I like what you said because I had that same vision, where would you represent? So,
Mm-hmm.
I'm all about motivation. I'm all about
Yep.
encouragement. I said, why
Exactly.
not just make, to start out with making the shirts? So, I've got some of those
Yeah.
you know, that I'll
I
be
agree
selling.
with that.
So yeah, I mean, that's
I'm gonna
fine.
have to check your shirt out.
I'm gonna have to check yours out too, for real. Like if you got men's size, I definitely, or if it's, I don't know, you do
We'll be
you?
coming up. I'll be coming up with some men stuff.
Okay, cool, cool. Yeah, I would definitely want to rock one of them shirts for real.
Okay, sounds good.
Absolutely, yeah, we're gonna be supporting each other.
For sure, 100%. I'm there.
Absolutely. But hey, look, it's been a great show. Like I said, once again, I appreciate you coming on and being
Thank you
able
for
to
having me. This is so fun.
share your insights on what you do and all the
Mhm.
motivation and inspiration that you have just been a part of. So it's just been a blessing that you are here. And I definitely and I always say this. This ain't gonna be the last time. Hopefully this is not the last time
I hope not. This is fun.
we hope we get you on because I love returning guests. I always try to get them on a second time.
Yeah.
So we will definitely, or you guys will definitely be hearing more from Ruth uh, in the future because I really think
Definitely.
that we can definitely dive more into some other topics that's on our mind. So I really think that me and her have that chemistry. The fact that we both like to work out in the
Mhm.
morning. We're
Yes.
both morning people. That's already
See,
we already see it. Like what I'm saying.
I see you. I see you.
I see you right there. So hey, like I said, man, hey, this your boy Chris Simmons coming to you with another podcast. Just a reminder that our shows are posted every Monday at 12 a.m. on YouTube and Spotify. So if you want to get more detail, follow us on Instagram at Disaffecting Your Life. That's no spaces, no capital. You know what I'm saying? So at Disaffecting Your Life, no space, no capital. You get all the information on our Instagram page, and we also got a Twitter that's called This In Your Life because I couldn't fit because it wouldn't Twitter wouldn't allow me to spell out the whole
What? They
words.
will let
I had to
in?
abbreviate it. I don't know why I did that. I wanted to spell out the whole disinfecting, but it didn't allow me to do it. So that's This In Your Life. So DISIN Your Life. That's also no spaces, no capital. So you can find us on Twitter as well. But we're more active on Instagram. So Instagram is where we get all the details and stuff. But like I said, this your boy. coming to a close on the show. It's been a great show, y'all, and I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Peace.